Hi, thanks for clicking on Kenny Vision. I'm your host, David, and what this channel is about is just sharing some of my life moments with you. After a lot of years watching YouTube and all the do-it-yourself videos and the great entertainment that's on there, it was about time I turned the camera on myself and start giving back. So if you could, please go ahead and click on subscribe. It's free. And if you want to share any comments or opinions or just some tips that may help make the channel better, we'll try to incorporate them the best we can. So without any further introduction, here's our next video. Hey everyone, thanks for clicking on Kenny Vision. Really appreciate you stopping by. This video is going to be about actually the Super Bowl king and the teams he was with. Obviously, I'm talking about Tom Brady. But the Buccaneers and the Patriots, even before he was there. I have a little collection of Super Bowl rings. They're just replicas, dating back to 1985. Actually, that's where we'll start off. Back when the New England Patriots took on the Bears. And they were a real bad team back then. The Bears skunked the Patriots. You had Jim McMahon was the quarterback. You had Refrigerator Perry. And a little known guy called Mike Ditka for the Bears. They were a hell of a team back then, and they just blew the Patriots out of the water. Fast forward another, 13 years or so, they took on the Green Bay Packers, where Brett Favre was quarterbacking, and they also beat the Patriots. Back there, that was Super Bowl 31, and well, at least the Patriots had made it. Back then, you had for the Patriots, you had quarterbacks that Tony Eason and actually Steve Grogan, who was a very good quarterback. Then enters in 2001, Tom Brady, and he brought Patriots' first Super Bowl win. Which was against the Rams, and actually the Rams was the last Super Bowl win that the Patriots did in 2018 with Tom, and actually they won that Super Bowl, I think, with the Adam Vinatieri field goal. So that was an interesting series because you had the Snow Bowl against the Raiders, where they brought the tractor on to kind of kick the field goal that helped them get to the Super Bowl during the AFC playoffs. The following year, in 2002, we give credit to the Buccaneers. I was lucky enough to be in Florida at that time and see Tampa Bay actually beat John Gruden's old team, which was the Oakland Raiders at that time. John Gruden had got to Tampa Bay, and he was coaching, and he beat his old team. But he gave a lot of credit to the prior coach, which was Tony Dungy, who really built the Buccaneers back then. It was really exciting because I was a New Englander who was living in Florida who had many Super Bowl team favorites to root for. Then we went to 2003, where the Panthers and the Patriots actually played in Super Bowl 38, and this was Tommy's second Super Bowl win with the Patriots. And back, the Panthers had Jake Delhomme was their quarterback. Cam Newton was not around, or maybe he was a backup, but he wasn't leading the Panthers back then. So that was interesting. And the following year, in 2004, Tom brought him to another win, which was against the Eagles, the Philadelphia Eagles. and that was Super Bowl 39. Then the drought happened for a little bit. Tom Brady met his kryptonite and Eli Manning and the Giants. So the Giants in 2007 took Super Bowl 42 from the Patriots after the Patriots had a perfect season. They were 16-0, and they thought it was a given that they were going to take it. Nope, the Giants made a well-deserved win. And actually, in 2011, the Patriots and the Giants met again in Super Bowl 46. And the Giants beat them again. And Tom Brady and the Eli Manning thing, Peyton's little brother, showed the Patriots and Tom what for and couldn't overcome that. Then it came to 2014, where the Patriots took on the Seahawks. And I don't know if you remember or not, but Malcolm Butler really kind of won that game for the Patriots, where he intercepted a Seahawks pass, got the ball, and the Patriots were able to keep the clock going, and they were able to pull off that win. After that, in 2016, the Patriots played the Falcons, and that was probably, I think, the most interesting game I've ever watched in football. Matt Ryan was the Falcons quarterback, and they had it all over the Patriots. They were beating them for 3 straight quarters and even in almost half of the fourth quarter. And it looked like a given that the Falcons were going to walk away with this. And it was funny because all during the game, being a Patriots fan, I saw them down. It was like 28-14 or something, 13. It was 24. It was really a bad deficit. Didn't get nervous at all. Tom kept his composure, and with Gronk and Edelman, they came back and they won the game. It was amazing. It was the greatest comeback in Super Bowl history, and I'm sure you guys all watched that. It was something to see. After that, the Patriots and Tom in 2017 went to a Super Bowl, and they lost to the Eagles. That was Super Bowl 52, and a well-deserved win. The Eagles showed up, and the Patriots didn't. So then brings us to the last Super Bowl that Tom Brady was with the Rams in 2018, where the New England Patriots won, and that was at Super Bowl 53. And again, well-deserved. They did a good job, and that kind of ended out Tom's career with the Patriots, because in just last year, 2020 and 2021 actually, is when Tom Brady went to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and stopped being a New England Patriot and came back to win a Super Bowl down in Tampa Bay, Super Bowl 55, and was the second Super Bowl Tampa Bay's ever won, and they were the first team ever in NFL history to play a Super Bowl in their home stadium. So that was really nice, exciting to see. Tom and the Buccaneers took on, and Bruce Arians, a great team in the Kansas City Chiefs. You had Patrick Mahomes, who was really great quarterback all last year, 2021, and really thought it was going to be quite the game, because you had the GOAT, the old GOAT, greatest of all time, and the young kid, which Patrick Mahomes really has proven himself to be quite a quarterback for Kansas City, which Kansas City had won the Super Bowl, 54, just a couple of years ago. And Tom and the Buccaneers were able to bring it out. They did beat the Chiefs, and it was a very well played game, but Tom showed he still has some more gas left in the tank and has got a lot more to offer NFL and the Tampa Bay Bucks. So I know with me being a a Buccaneers fan and an ex-Patriot fan, I gotta say, because what Kraft and Belichick has really done this season for the team, or the past season, they should have kept Tom. That's all I gotta say. I think I know around here Tom wanted to retire as a Patriot, and Belichick and Kraft just kind of like, if you want to stay. I mean, Tom took so many pay cuts to stay with the Patriots. It wasn't funny, and it's like the appreciation wasn't here, and yeah, it was really too bad. All Kraft and Belichick had to do was just say, hey, here's a little bit more, here's some incentive, we want you to stay. I don't think it was even so much money, but just contract in years. So Tom's in a better place. I know he's happy there. We're happy. I'm happy to have him there, and for everything he's brought to New England and just NFL in general. To see someone of this greatness, to me, I look at it. It's like watching Muhammad Ali or Babe Ruth and Hank Aaron. It's like to see this kind of athlete in my lifetime is just. I'm thankful. Really miraculous. So, with that said, that's a little Super Bowl ring tour, and please, feel free. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below. Really appreciate any comment you want to say, a dialogue you want to make on this. I hope you enjoyed my little collection, and hopefully there's more to come. All right, thanks, and bye for now.